Yes, my brother. Finally.
Finally. Hey man, if you are listening on Spotify, let me welcome you. And if you're watching on YouTube or listening on YouTube, let me just welcome you. My name is Kabelo Segeft Kang. This is the Ink and Thing podcast. And let me take you on a mini tour inside the minds of these brilliant actors that are with me. Mathews Rantsoma is here. Moagi is here. Machets. Isimolotse khangelado.
Kick off.
Yeah.
How do you elaborate?
Like sibella ka go itsise batho gore moagi ke mang le fa le gore na ke a re tlo go itlhalosang bo betere jalo as I'm going to be perusing through my phone he o itse metika ke wetsa 30 tlhamana and I'm realizing gore metlho aka no, you know, the inevitables is happening.
My brother, listen, we're not as young as we used to be.
We're not.
Why is it like I talk about yes.
Le mangwele ga re wa jump
It's not the same thing. I can't do the same things.
But we should continue like you know, tell ourselves that we can, man, you know. Yeah.
That's why I drink coffee. I don't have to tell myself that I can.
I took a break from it. I'll get like in a short. So the puo tse le gore di bua ke Moagi. It's English, Setswana, Sesotho, and also training ya gagwe o dirile jalo ko Market Theatre Laboratory, Mabana Art and Culture and Sports Foundation ko Mafikeng. Shout out to Maftown. Additional talent, voiceover artist, Setswana translator wa Ranyola. Gora gore nka nna ka bua ka sekgwa no tla le bolella gore ai no. Gare are. Yeah.
Totally invoice.
Temona. Ke magae mo ga go invoice. He's also a facilitator and a director, and he's also an MC. Ibile gape ke Moagi, a healer and a poet. Ke ona khangentse yalo. A director. Third level ke itse gore ga wa update but just to go feta mo go yona the TV productions a di dirileng jalo ka 2020 Scheme Sami Lawrence documentary fana go buiwa jalo khotsa gone iwa WHP tribute ka 2021 ona le teng mo a bua gapa bereka le Jefferson Koikaslami Topshin 2020 go fitlela mo tsetse la gompieno ga ke tsere ke boammaruri na theater productions tsa di dirileng Get Rich or Die Trying, Drowning Eye, Hey Hillbro, and then the kids from Amandla Street, Urban Restriction, King Ntudele, go Free State, Diragapele, Umfasimba, Diragapele Eclipsed, Pifalo Yangwedi, which was a very beautiful production. And now Easter, Sundays for Queers, Yakakole Kaputuma, which was another beautiful production. Voice Ejaculation, Akits Horno Irakalang Moteng Mokagai, Warkakwat Lohoivan. Engweki King Yabo Fellow.
Is it even updated?
Khaya update you ke phela ke ba botsa ke re gala update di profile tsa le ga ke bone KKK fa ke umphunembeza umphunembeza yeah ke tsana fatsa themora ke re ano ke tsana fatsa wa bona tla re level ya ga metika ge le gore le yona ga ya update ka gore gona le tse dintsi also Moagi did the Showmax production that I
not
shot.
my type.
Not my type. You
Yeah.
were a villain of it. He was a hero. Wait, and puo tse di bua jalo ke metika English a ke re di Asian tiri lebeletse ya no ke a le rekisa gape o teng ko sekgweng o teng ko Sexhoseng seZulu Sesotho Setswana Sepedi tala Pitori ga ke bone mo teng mo he's also a voiceover artist a re really accent tla re utlisa gore me wa dira na tla bogopela jalo ke go Scandal na tsamka Ntlamulo na tsamka jalo le go Gomora le go Linga Show ni theater production Center for the Less Good Ideas tse pedi jalo ke Azaro le Baba mo go jalo le The Little Prince, which was a beautiful production, Love of the Nightingale, and then Lehani the Legacy. Yeah, legendary theater show, man. Of it ke badi ke study la ka go bala the bio salon, you know. So I'm just wondering what's going on mo dikelellong tsa lona. Like, are you guys aware of the work that you've put in already?
Do you want to go first or?
Okay, I know I can go first. Well, it's on my from day to day.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's on my from day to day. I think because sometimes miracle ilong gore wa re o dirile. Yes, it is always good and well to look back, you know, and pat yourself on the back. Or we ke berekile. But you'll be saying that in the present. In that current present, and the present loan ya go question, are we still making more or are we done making, you know? That's where sometimes you pat yourself on the back and you still keep going. We do appreciate though, well, I do appreciate Spanish so far, and Spanish I hope something you know.
Still there. I think it's still very much there.
Tiga le wena ga o update profile ya gago ga ke bone steering mo teng ga ke itse gore you know
The one from my agent is updated.
Yeah, Lynn.
ke are ke di tsa mo di profiling tsa di agent.
Because also you know what happens with the CV for how the agent. It's only when what you've done has already played.
Oh, it makes
sense. So once it
sense.
stages or once it premieres, then it gets added to the contract because anyone can look it up, anyone can see it. Yeah. But otherwise, I think a journey is a journey. Each person's journey was different. Each person's journey has the ups and downs. It's that thing that are meant specifically for that person's journey. I think everything that we've passed through is beneficial for us in our careers today. It's just that work doesn't come as frequent as it used to. If you check it out, it doesn't come as frequent as we used to. We used to get calls for theater plays while doing another play. Then I know, okay, after this play I only have 2 weeks to rest, and then I'm going directly into another one. Or I have like a day to rest, and then tomorrow it's another thing. Nowadays you can nowadays though no one calls as they used to. It's not the same anymore. It's not the same. Like now you must audition when the same person that you've worked with for years now wants to audition you. Like how chief how, you know? But there's a lot happening, I think, respectively in everyone's careers. And for me, my side, right now I'm just grateful for the break, although it's not what I want or what I plan. I'm just grateful for it. Finally get to rest.
Yeah. You know, I was actually having a conversation le Moagi. Okay, that actually the reason why I called you here was to talk about the influence art in our society. But I was like, before I can actually talk about the influence of art on the society, I should actually talk about the influence of art on the artist, you know. So I was actually asking Moagi before we started the conversation. I was asking Moagi, you know, like, you used to sit Lebomethika and theorize about what could be and what is in the industry. And the both of you now are at a point where you have experienced it, you have seen the ins and the outs, or you are still experiencing it, you know. Especially for you, Methika, I'm just wondering, what were some of the thoughts that you had about the industry, you know, before you were, you know, fully immersed in it?
I've always hated camera. I never wanted to do camera. Like I've always thought like this is a makeshift type of performance. This is microwave type of setup.
Okay, I get
and you understand those cuts and actions and cuts and actions.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden you have to cry now.
Prim and proper
You know?
that.
But once I figured it out, once I began to ask the question of where does this form of art sit in me? Like what inspires me about this form of art? If but I can sit in a theater and watch like 2 hours of Christopher Nolan. It's still the same formula.
Yeah.
But why am I now watching it? But when I do it, it feels different. So once I figured out that part for me, I think that's when it began to like, okay, there's more. Whatever you've done, there's more. It's not enough. There's more. Oh, there's more. Then you just the curiosity starts to build in that way. For me personally, it starts to build in that way, and then once I'm curious about something, I never stop with it until I figure it out. Well, this is what it is. So I think the camera part of my career is the other art that I began to learn, and I'm still learning about it. You never stop.
What about the financial aspects of the whole thing? Because, you know, at some point before Simala, I'm sure there were you thought, okay, I'm going to a place where there's going to be sustainability and stability. There's actually your page on Wikipedia is written in isiZulu, and they actually I'm not sure if you're aware of that. And they actually speak of the amount that you earned. They say,
what amount is this one?
I'm not sure if I have it with me. But it's I think from 30 to 40,000, and then Gobo Fellonyare, Mathews Rantsoma is making 200,000. I'm not sure if they're talking about annually or they just mean like monthly or they just mean appearance, you know. But anyway,
it must be an annual thing.
That's so funny. We hear a lot about ourselves every day. And it's very fun. No, utlwe rumor ka wena.
yeah.
About salary.
Ka salary ya gago.
Serious.
Hey.
Mari, it's a question e ka gore me tika ga re ga batle go araba dikgang tsa ditšhelete.
Yeah, tafo.
Okay.
It's not the fella. But
Ha ke ra Braga o tshwara bo 200,000 pala fela gore e ka bza fetsi di tsake. Araba tsere bo Cape Town re tla bo fetsi.
understand one thing. Once in Kahola, 200K per month.
Yeah.
Me. You have a podcast.
Yeah.
Kabza, 50K ki.
Oh, fetsi.
There will be signs.
Like it. There will be signs.
You will see that I am currently earning a lot more than my annual money that you guys are putting on this social media. But it's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true. I think they are guessing around those numbers. The last salary was... It is sustainable. I won't lie.
Okay.
But it's sustainable. It's a little pain.
Yeah.
Now you realize, or 25% they are taxi, 25% they are taxi. It differs for when. As if I will 14, 15, 25.
25%.
And then you have your agent who takes 10, 15, some are 7 via the negotiations percent out of that money. And then how you go answer the percentages there? How much are you working for? 60% of what you worked for, what you signed for initially. So you may sign 70,000, but your actual money is gonna be around 35, 45.
Oh, you're actually talking real numbers now.
Well, almost real numbers.
Right, estimate dagger.
If I went into real numbers, I might sound selfish, but you know.
Yeah.
That sounds selfish.
200,000. You gotta get it same. Mari, we had this conversation before, but just for the people that are watching, you know, you get into this industry carrying so much hope, like all of us, not realizing this is a journey of sacrifice. You know, I have so much respect for artists because I know what it takes. I know what they're actually saying no to other opportunities, mobile pilong, you know, like when I get was you know, there's going to be stability, and then you choose this path. Anything can happen. You know, as I was actually telling you, you know, as you grow up, sometimes you just realize how not special you are as a person. You know, although you have to tell yourself you are special in a particular context, but you know, things exactly. You know, so you had the tsolofelo, you know, interpret. You had the tsolofelo ka industry. What's in a you know, what your expectation versus the reality. How does it look like now?
Yeah, no. I think I'm gonna go back to just one point. We edit Matthew now. He's still learning. But I guess in that context, I feel like just the medium which is camera, I think Jenny at first, with those hopes that I had, young as I was back then.
This is head.
Saying,
Get head.
no, I get it. What I came into the industry having certain hopes, because I was young back then. I had a certain mindset back then. I had certain things that I wanted to see back then that I saw now, and with the time going forward, I'm going back to that again. We are still learning, but those hopes are still high. They are still there, but we are tackling different topics now. Now we have hopes for different things within this industry now. We're just coming from a topic, chelete now, and which begs the question, or what other topics are we grappling with? Was it even a right career path? Are such topics to have, or how long do you see yourself still in it? Because sometimes what's in is for a lifetime failure. Despite the challenges, it's for a lifetime. And your example also, why usabi nyana man something nyana man else, because rabona hormo ekare hare boni the results tsa gore wetsang. Those are the where the hopes are not dealing with now to say, let such conversations be better, let it not be a conversation because we can see what the art is doing in South Africa. We can see what the art is doing. They keep on deeming we are not important, we are not making a difference. COVID, everyone was cooped up in their houses, but it's already remote. It was all well. So those are the conversations we hope now they can be better. Back then, I just wanted to I just wanted to learn how to do this, which I'm still learning. But now, the kgwetlho, the challenges once you got to see, the monster that you've always aspired to see. Well, behind the veil, let me say it like that. So now you have to deal with the monster. Is it really like
9-9?
Hey, man.
I didn't know this.
No, I didn't get the memo. And how long have you been doing this? And looking back, or is there really going back here?
Yeah,
There's no way.
Yeah.
Some find a way, in some barotlogela mo tseleng.
Yeah. I was telling a friend of mine, there's one thing that I don't like, kidikoloi. I have a weird relationship with koloi. So I was saying to this guy, naganka staka koloi ma fela mo nageng within 2 hours I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to get what
What if it's just faulting and
but I'm not saying obviously part especially when it comes to people. I'm we're gonna come out, but mokoloing I'm like I know. Get like duelites available. So when you were saying there's a for some people there's a line J. Cole the song Love Yours. I think the good news is
you came a long way.
The bad news is that you went the wrong way. So I think but the universally modimo ke khotla wena ba tlo nna ntse ba go romela di sign gore ke tsela ya gago, it is your colleague.
But I suppose in the same breath that's where the problem is.
Yeah,
within our industry. Sorry, I'm dying of flu, guys. I'm surviving, but I'm here. Even though you guys told me 3 times already.
I'm dying.
The weird part about our industry is that we often ask ourselves that question.
Yeah.
the moment you're exposed to the industry, lore ebang, and the players, the demo industry, immediately the question begins to be, am I going the right way?
Yeah.
Is this the right path?
Yeah.
Am I really meant to be an actor in this way, in this form, in this caliber? Am I supposed to be this person that I am now? And every day we battle with that question.
Yeah.
And I think that's partly where what the world has diagnosed every actor with.
Yeah.
Depression and anxiety. It's not particularly that. It's that we overthink. You get a gig now, gig a month and day affair. We were just speaking about this actually. Gig a month and day affair. You don't know how we are gigging effing for the next 6, 8, 10 months. The money that you have here is supposed to last you at least half of that there. Do you think Kausano Tore Mara? Why like? Do you think No, most of us I think that's what we struggle with. The unsurety of the industry.
Yeah.
The unsurety of these careers that we've built so beautifully. We've fought for so long for. Mabarao, Hotswa Mabana, all the way from Hotswa Northwest District, coming to Johannesburg, or coming from a different province, moving to another province that we're not really used to. That's a risk on its own. There's no backup here.
Chasing dreams, chasing dreams.
My guy, our lives are a risk on their own. There is no that's why we're not insured. We don't have UIF. We don't have
union.
We don't have unions. We don't have anything. Because our lives, our careers are a risk on their own. But also, it feels like things can change and will change, but just not in this lifetime. I don't think so.
Yeah, you're being pessimistic about the whole thing. But it sounds like the whole thing that Moagi was saying, in your conversation have to be around how essential actors are. I was so sad when I saw one of our mutual friend who's also an actor, very brilliant actor. Nkasi mentioned Galina. He made a decision. He said it twice on his social media. He's like, I'm done with this thing. And then he went, I think now probably owns a construction company or he's doing whatever, But it was so sad because I knew and I know how talented this person is, And when I looked at the whole thing, I felt like industry has failed this person, But then, in as much as you guys went into this whole path, maybe a little naive, I'm pretty sure you guys knew this kind of decision that I'm making, this path that I'm choosing.
I don't. For me, it was exciting. For me, I was curious. I was like, yes, gents. I wonder how it feels like to get to that John Kani level there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because back in the day, we were. I don't know if it's the same for you. Me, when I read Nothing But the Truth.
Yeah.
It was it. They said me done.
We did it at school, actually.
From scale. Then listen, I'm done. I know, I want to act. I'm fine. I don't even care what's happening in this industry. But I only started to care when I started to realize, okay, this is a way of living. I can make a living out of this thing. I can live with it. But what are the cons that are there? What are the problems?
Yeah.
What are the obstacles that I'm facing? There are a lot more than there are pros. Our careers are very flimsy.
Yeah, no.
One wrong headline kills your career.
You're gone.
But behind that career, there's like 25 years of constant work.
Yeah.
To be deleted with one line in a newspaper.
Aish. Yeah, ne? I think agona grace, agona mohau, we eat our own instead of what. Yeah.
But it's the culture that was built and was allowed to keep building.
Yeah.
When it started. I don't think we are suffering because these things are only happening now. They've been happening.
They've been happening.
Yeah, they've been there for a long time. I mean, if we look at I'll say her name because for me she was a fucking for me she was a general. Sorry.
It's okay, man.
For me she was a general. Ma Vatiswanda.
Oh yes.
Chief, me, I grew up seeing Ebuli.
Home Affairs.
Home Affairs was my thing, my guy. But what happened? You see, Home Affairs, my G.
Yeah, ke kgopela sentle.
Man, I really inspired at that. Those are the things that inspired us to get to points where we were like, I'm not gonna stop doing this until I get there. But we get there, and then the same woman that inspired us, career high, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me, I'd open that construction company. I'd go work at ShopRite, my brother.
O tlogela koloi mo tseleng.
Bona ShopRite next. I'll go there.
I went to yellow.
Yeah, because it hurts when and that's a good example. We can even go further back. Is nice. We can even go further back. Things like that. When you find us at this time, doing art. But then the situations,
the treatment's still the same.
Are still just like Kadina Kudzele, and just as a layman, as a five-year-old boy, I want to ask a question. Why? What's the hold up? Why was I signing the bill? Why President does sign the bill? If you can explain to me that, maybe I'll begin to try and make it make sense.
Yeah.
Because that amendment bill but I don't understand
people like
what
Project are still pushing it. Mom Spongile, forgetting her surname, are still pushing for that bill to be signed.
Because the very same ministers, delegates, the presidents, when a person wins an award or a person does like big strides internationally as an artist, they are there waiting to receive the person. But no, you putting image country on a bigger scale. When Trevor, no, we can quote them, we can quote them, Balibanzi. Everyone can see what the art is doing and what other countries are doing with their art and how they are using it to champion their nation. America is the biggest nation we are. And when you flip a movie, Superman represent a country. All those cultures that we see on television, they represent America.
And I'm sorry, on that point, it's not impossible for South Africa to stand in the same position. We see it. Tusombe. The finest example I can ever give right now. On this point. On the very point, on the very conversation that we're having. Tusombe.
Taking the flag.
And my guy, imagine that character, the Eako is Tunzi. I think it's the character is Tunzi, where she was nominated.
For an Emmy.
Why didn't SAFTA nominate her here?
Imagine.
Why didn't we nominate her?
It took like company to actually recognize her.
I don't blame that girl for not coming back.
Listen,
live your life, mama. You inspire us. I'm right here now.
She's amazing.
She's amazing, bro.
Now I got to see her go Scandal before his tunes. I'm yet to see his tunes.
Never seen it.
Yeah, but every time I mention Tusa's name, everybody's like, bro, you need to see.
Watch the thing, though.
Yeah.
It's Tunzi.
Yeah.
That girl is classic.
It was on
Zanzi Magic. No, let me stop talking about it.
People like Bo John Gani,
Yeah.
who have went on to get with the accolades with UK.
So what is it that you guys are saying, Moagi? Are you saying we have more outliers, more we could have had like probably 10 Tusum Betus instead of a 1 Tusum?
I can try and summarize it. What we're saying is that there's no need for us to go international first for the country to see us.
Oh.
We are here. Chief, we exist. You write a story there, we put it there on television there. During COVID, the people are distracted from this. They're watching this one thing consistently. That's also a form of saving someone else's life. Because that person might leave there, shit, I've been closed in this room for 2 weeks, go and hang themselves, suicide. It happened, someone has died. But they see Moagi there on TV and it's like, no, life is good. Look at this character is suffering. Or look at this character is happy, he's achieving, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing this. We don't need to go international.
Or a child looking at you, I also want to do that.
Exactly.
You know, giving...
Tuso did not have to get to America for us to be inspired.
Oh.
Yeah.
We went... She even if she was here, we should have celebrated that woman when she was still here. Before that.
Yeah.
Now it's like we don't. Now it feels like we don't know her. We haven't been supporting her. For me, it feels like that. It feels like I have no right to speak about me influencing or me saying anything. Hey, we've supported this girl for her to get to America. No, this girl worked, guys. Let's be honest.
Forget us. She was on us. There's no us.
Lane.
And she killed it, dog. Like,
and then that thing is tunes. That's where she got nominated from.
Yeah.
So
twice in a row.
Yeah.
South Africa, where are the nominations?
Dalal. Hey.
But that's also another thing that I was saying, that in I'm so sorry to say this, but we are in a point where we're supposed to be honest about our industry. That's the only way that it changes.
Yeah.
90%, 80% of our industry here in South Africa becomes personal. So it becomes a thing of, if producer you find that one producer who opens a door, but at that time you're frustrated. It's been a long time, Musaspan. So it's frustration, one mistake. And then that has a ripple effect of going on with other producers. It's a WhatsApp group, my brother.
But this is the second time saying this. It sounds like there's a personal story, but you are free to share it, you are free not to share it, because I don't want to us to say something so can affect you in the future. If we have to have this conversation in 50 years time, then it's okay.
We'll wait another 10 years to have a conversation.
Yeah.
But what I can say is that I'm grateful for having experienced those things. I've been in a meeting. This is one story that I will share. Only because I'm not scared of the two people. This is what I'm saying. It becomes personal. Now we must define ourselves as if it's a real fight. There was a meeting that happened. I won't say names though.
Yeah.
There was a meeting that happened. In the meeting, I was told that you are arrogant, you are difficult to work with, you have an ego, you're making it difficult for other people to work with you. My question was, who? There was no names. I think a few weeks after that, then there were sayings of budget. Whenever it was a time of we are talking contracts now for the following year. From that meeting, when I left that meeting, that's when a character died. After that character had died, it took, I think, a year, 3 months for me to get a job. And not to toot my own horn. I went into that place with the mindset that I'm building an image that the industry must receive me in. This is what we taught, right? From scale.
Yeah.
You must build an image in which you want the industry to take you.
Yeah.
I want the industry to take me as a serious actor. I'm not a gimmick. I don't like playing in that sense. I like the feeling of telling a true story and going to sleep with that itch. That thing, like you're now thinking about that scene, or there's something that was missing. Something. Went a year and 6 months after that, after building all of that, after building so much and having achieved something at a young age, whereas other people maybe within the same age group hadn't achieved with their first, well, it's about scandal, with their first character. Having been nominated, I've never been nominated for an individual award ever in my career. So getting nominated for a SAFTA,
Yeah.
after just a year within the contract, my guy, I was building my name. I was making sure.
Yeah.
I
You
know
understand?
that one you deserve.
Like my brother, listen, I fought for that thing, man.
I
And then
deserving.
some years after that, you don't get passed for anything. You walk into a room, they ask you the same questions that they asked you within the meeting that you had with only 2 people. Are you sure you're gonna be able to work with other people? Are you sure we won't have to deal with your ego? Are you sure you're gonna be here?
Yeah.
This thing has ruined my entire building process. It has killed it. Now I have to start over. But my thing now is that, okay, I notice what this industry is like. It's personal, right? You want to make things personal? Guy, I come from Tembisa, my G. Kohaye, there's a passage.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to violence on that passage.
Yes.
I grew up around different numbers. We all know these numbers, 26s and all of that. I grew up around such violence. You wanna come to me and make things vengeful and all of those things. You're playing a different game. But I won't make it violent. I won't make it personal. No, I'm gonna put it within the work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that they regret themselves to say that, no, we can replace you. Because it's literally what they said within the meeting. If you want us to replace you, you must tell us.
Imagine. Imagine.
Well,
I
what
imagine
do you have
such
to say on that?
conversations, bro. Nah.
have you ever been privy on such conversations ever since in your career?
Well, I wouldn't say personally. I have experienced such such mistreatments.
Yeah.
Because why would no they're just
Personal.
being bullies and it's personal. And that's not even where the fight should be happening. The fight should be happening there at the top. The union, the royalty, now sits in a meeting room.
Yeah.
That is why our friend Lena a construction company. Because already you come the offerings, you know, you come with your own hopes.
Yeah.
You come with your dreams. Most spanning, name. Outside of most spanning, you are met with negativity and you are met with like clash or tension. It's a spanning, it's a little bit harder. That is not helping the process. Tabaya the royalties, tabaya the fundings, tabaya the zaka. Leon is not making things easy. So we must choose which I think shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I think it should be
Never.
there at the top there. Because if Ikabada, we won't be having a squabble budget constraints.
And it becomes easier to fix this
Yes.
when that up there is already sorted.
Somebody should be dealing with those fights. Somebody should be mediating on behalf of actors. They shouldn't be having these conversations. The producers, basically.
That is a very possibility. That is a thing that should happen. I think the thing about our industry is that there is a certain level of fear that runs within the industry. And it leads back to that uncertainty. It leads back all the way there. And I think just in how I addressed the situation on its own, I might struggle to get work again for like 3 years. I don't know, because if the fight is here, this is what we will always struggle with. The industry won't do that change. That gear change won't happen because we're still fighting in gear 3.
Yeah.
Gear 3 is the one that's giving us a battle.
And a Koloi felt like a 6.
My bra. Rotaran 220.
That's why I go like it. Scandal because I wanted to talk about the Showmix production that you guys both did, but because of it's okay. Such platforms are created for this, as long as it's not something it's not going to ruin career. But it sounds like you're saying you are blackballed.
I'm blackballed, and at this point, I'm like a phoenix rising again.
I love that.
They won't see it coming.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
They
that.
won't see it coming.
Yeah. There's something that I mentioned, Moagi, when I was reading both your bios. I think sometimes you people get into the journey and then they forget themselves. Sometimes you go home and then maybe go and then somebody comes to you and be like, bro, remember you did 1 2 3 1 2 3 for me. They're planting that positive seed to actually remind you so throughout this process, I want you to remember who you are, be that phoenix, rise. We're here. Yeah. But I want you to take you back to the time scandals. Were you aware? Introduction of character Metika. They did it like, there was so much media attention even before there was ads, there was promos.
Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
Even in the audition process.
Yeah.
It was a whole big thing. Underground, even before it came.
What do you mean?
No, I get there's a brief that goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that, going out, everyone wants to be this character. What character are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
No. You are still gonna see.
Yeah.
You are still gonna see.
Man.
You are still gonna see.
The introduction to that character, how the promos, the videos. I've never seen anything being PR 101. I've never seen anything done for a character. By the end of the week, everybody knew who Jabulo was. I was like, bruh.
Do you know why I think they did that?
Yeah.
Because they had already seen what is coming.
Yeah.
They saw. Yeah, because they do all those things, and then they hire that anticipation.
Yeah.
And then very when he came.
And I think we went somewhere to get food.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then like I was like a scandal.
Me, I like the element of surprising my friends. Like, because I know the ones that will be happy for me genuinely, and I know the ones that won't be.
Yeah.
The ones that will be happy for me genuinely are always surprised.
Yeah.
I always make sure that they are surprised.
Yeah.
Man.
Because the happiness that you see there is genuine. It's happening now in that moment.
Yeah.
He did not expect that.
Yeah.
But that person is happy for you to a point where fine.
We would look to a screen. How?
Yeah.
No, around that time.
Hey, brother, I was under pressure.
Yeah.
One thing was for sure is that I was very under pressure because I noticed those things. I went to the auditions, the callbacks. I'm seeing the people that are there. I'm like, am I? Because Gilera with my afro, obviously. They say Mathews that you know.
Yeah.
I went there as myself. There's no need for me to judge other people. I went there as myself. I wasn't sure about getting the gig. I never knew that I was going to get that gig. When I got the call, Nekilka Marati was center for the Let's Good Idea, coming back home. When I started shooting, luckily and I'm always grateful to Nomvelo for this. How she received me made the entire difference. So I receive work more with or feel comfortable. Come into my room whenever you want to. We'll sit down, we'll talk, we'll get to know each other, we'll run lines. But the thing about her is that in first year, when I first got to the lab. She was also enrolled in the same class, right? First day, we did an exercise where kitty pairs. No one knows each other in this room. The only person that I knew was Sneh at the time. Kitty pairs, so. Payaga Nelly and Noveno. She still had glasses on. I'm going to the chief. We grew up watching this girl on TV. She's right next to me inside the class. I am in the right place. I am right where I need to be. When it hit her, that man, nah man, we were in
the same class.
You were my partner, even worse. So this is a full second. Then it became much easier for me to work with her because now I'm no longer nervous about trying to impress anyone. This person that I'm working with every single day understands me. They know where I am. They know where I'm from. Run with that.
Yeah.
Then from there, I'm grateful for everyone that I met. Though. Like I met this one director who also helped me shape this character in a way that, I could do it for TV.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
And the more and more that happened, the more and more I got used to the pressure.
Yeah.
Over time, you begin to do this to the pressure. We realize because it doesn't matter at that time. What I'm doing with this person in this space, I love it. I loved being at that place. I was like, yeah, Chief, it was nice.
Yeah, I can imagine. It looked like he was having fun.
Yeah.
Every time.
Chief, I had so much fun with that character. Then when James came in, it was that thing, now there's two people who come from theater.
Yeah.
And me, I know James from State Theater. Watched him in this play called Hungry. The artistic director.
Aubrey
Skhabi.
Hungry. Chief, that play mesmerized me.
Hey.
Now I'm working with this dude, right? The first conversation that we had was language. Let's talk about these characters and the language that they speak.
Yeah.
Now, James is someone that studied language. He went to university for this thing. He's a professor in this thing. He's a professional. That guy can switch any language directly the way ilinkating. Immediately so. Me, what I can do, it's language that I learned on the street. We grew up in Tembisa. There's many languages. We get exposed to a lot of languages. But when he came in and then he was first line with that in Ndebele, and I was like, yes, in what's that game of it?
Yeah, that is the one.
That's when another gear shifted for me. There's another person I'm comfortable with now. It's two of them. In the same storyline, yes, but I get to work with them separately.
It evens the plan, yeah.
I know what shifted that gear for me on that side. It was crazy when he said it. His first lines, James's first lines as Mdala was, so that line in English is, here's this boy I've been waiting to see. How are you, my friend? I'm doing Medise basically. But when he said it in Ndebele, it was like, Nasi le mamba negating langa selele wibona. Lord Chamsana. Chief. I'm like, I'm like, get three. So it was always exciting. Dog. It was always, and then Vuvu came in. You're playing another different dynamic with this person. Then there's Taps, and then there's Tlori. You're playing different dynamics with these people, and then other characters from outside that also influence how you play with different people. Then it becomes a game for me. Now that for me, I leave that thing. I abandon the thing of an actor must be prepared to. No. I come from a state where the reason why we do plays and why we call them plays is because we play.
Yeah.
Now,
go play. I played every day. You know the constructs of your character.
Yeah.
Go and have fun. Enjoy. Go and do the thing. Don't listen. And it's beautiful because that space also at the time had directors that would allow you to play in that time, to play in that way too. They're not restricting. Yeah, there's a few here and there, obviously. In every group there's that one or two that's gonna off ramp. But that entire process from beginning to the end, regardless of these last fights that we had, it was the most fun I've had in the profession. And it's a process. I'll never forget that place. I just hate the fact that things happened in the way that they happened. But that character opened up a lot of doors for me. I enjoyed Scandal. What?
Man, you had fun. You killed. You played. You had fun.
Thank you so much.
Man.
Yeah, it was fun.
You had fun. It got me so excited, Lena, seeing you have so much fun there at times. I don't know, this guy's having too much fun alone there.
Come.
I also want to go.
If I had the power to,
yeah,
I'd do that. I'd call the people that I know will deliver or will have fun.
Yeah.
Moagi, bona re tsa fa. Botsa agent ya gago gore go ne le brief e
so.
se mot vaker vies.
Yeah.
Assembly because ya tla boy.
Yeah.
Ke ska wa re ke tla o alignela ka wena audition. I do that, bro. Like, cause what it does to the craft is that everyone shines.
Yeah.
It's not only you that shine because you're the one having fun. Everyone shines. You know?
Yeah.
Like you'll see people who don't want a character, maybe let's say high deadline, but every single day someone will be like, man, that character.
That
there.
character, man. Yeah.
Hi, man, mfana mare,
Exactly.
We email again.
Not the point.
Man, it was beautiful to watch. You know, glad for you and Velo, that pre-existing chemistry took it to the screen. Man,
I love that go for life.
Beautiful to watch. You and James, literally you and everyone. It was dope. Mari,
Boss of the boss.
o simolotse jaaka Metika anyway ya gore motho go latlhetseng giginele Jeff, you know, go KKK, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I want us to talk about Showmax, but ke batla re bue ka tsela in between doing that KKK production. Maybe re bue ka yona ganyane because e go tlile ba re ne di ntshara go Pitori ba re there were sometimes mono go thwe phatetse gare di batle bat.
Yeah. It rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah.
I knew it would. In Pretoria, I knew
it.
Do you want to talk about it?
Well, yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. For like, funny thing, it's fairly on the text, the book, because during the assessments in class, that's the text I'd go for, you know, because I had a friend who we loved it so much together at that time because it was new text, man. You know, playing with text.
The lingo,
and then you don't know how to treat it. You are learning it every time, and it's like from cover to cover, it's good.
Yeah,
you know. So from the acting assessments in school, I'd pick KKK, find a partner, do it with the person. To other classes, pick it, to audition, to go to the next year. I did it, you know, and it was, for me, it was kind of like a 360 for me to get like my first professional production, because I did two that were big, you know, Naledi winning productions, Eclipse still, you know, Easter Sunday for Queers, but I was still a student, you know, directed by Sylvain Strike and directed by Moagi Abwe, the other one. But this one I had graduated, you know, it was my first professional gig, theater gig after Fetsa School, and then I got a call, say, Moagi, hey, come through. Only to find out that I'm the youngest in the room and I'm playing with giants. I'm playing with like big names, you know.
with fucking nice people there.
Yes, and I, you know, couldn't let my presence dim there. You know, I had to really be a sponge, really deliver, and you know, imposter syndrome, Leonie.
Yeah, it's I would think more.
But then I had to really ask myself a question. Don't you think you are really fitting to be here? You know, don't you really think you deserve really to be there? You know, and my answer every time would be, yeah, I think I do, man. You know, yeah, and then in Famat, I go back happy and deliver, you know, which at times is why I'd forget that I'm the youngest in the room. Because even with the collaborators, the people that you're playing with, aren't treating you like the youngest person in the room.
Yeah.
You know, so, but it was a very political play, political satire, called Congolose Commanding Commissars, and you know, it was so very beautifully written, so very beautifully directed, and very
Shout out to Theatre Duo.
Shout out to Theatre Duo.
Yeah.
Exceptionally played as well by the actors. From the lighting to the soundscaping, they layered it very beautifully, and that is why it rubbed a lot of people in the wrong way, because the text is suggesting something and the song is also adding on the suggestion, the lighting and, you know, the dressing, and you know, so it kind of, not deliberately, you know, rubbed people the wrong way, because people were feeling like fingers are pointed at them.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, in this art, you have to ask for funding somewhere, you have to collaborate with someone, you have to speak with some people, and by so doing, these kinds of works, you end up stepping on other people's toes without even noticing. Unintentionally. But that's the work. That's the work that you know, if work must not be done. Is that understandable?
Free speech ego guy, like if we have to depict our society the way it is, and then you want us to shut us down.
You know, yeah, you won't really fully understand them, but hey, we keep on making work. We keep on making work. What we know is that the work is there.
Yeah.
It's not dead, actually. And then still do, you know, do wonders. It's just that, you know, here and there we didn't really see eye to eye with some people, but it did very beautiful in its season, in the seasons that it did, from all the way to Grahamstown to Joburg to Pitori also.
Yeah, I think that's what art's supposed to do in a way of influencing life, because like, the general conversation that I wanted us to have was obviously art influencing the artist and then also the society, you know. But I want to ask him something.
Yes.
Okay. From there, he went, can I give me a mail? What am I? You know, I lady suit you know, and Ali Buruti, brother Shonisa. It's a great pleasure to be working next to Lorraine Kimoropa or Kemaropa.
Lorraine Moropa.
Very, very talented actress. I keep saying, you guys maybe had like a pre-existing chemistry before, because you guys were smooth there.
No, it's fine to say yes.
Didn't even let me say no. I was going for a no.
Very talented actress, by the way.
Yes, very talented actress, by the way. Shout out Lorraine. Very beautiful person to work with. No, we just found the chemistry on set, because we get trained to do that also sometimes, you know, read the different grounding zones, you know, but like you were saying, there were some other people that I'd known who made it a little bit easier for me to settle down while working. It was a very beautiful production also. And by the way, I had like
there was a couple.
Yeah, no, there was a couple. There was a couple, and I kind of stole the colors that look good on me from that show.
I know that pink looked.
Shout out Style SM, costume department. You know, she did a wonderful.
It wouldn't
job.
look good on me. Let me think, camera on you.
I'm too dark, my brother.
Otherwise, you had fun.
No, I had fun. It was produced by Tape Media.
Yeah.
Yes. So the audition process was a little bit challenging, because there were like communication breaks there. You know, it was not really consistent. You know,
Okay.
sometimes you think that you are going to the next round and then spend 3 weeks not hearing anything,
Yeah.
and then I never get this. Actually, a friend of mine at another audition, said to me, he said, "No, how did you go at that one?" You know, like, we did that thing a long time ago. Then now they didn't call me. I thought they called you. No, let's leave them. Do you know that the very same day when I got home, I got the text from the people that I was talking about saying, hey, we would like to see you.
It's almost as if you can call that person.
Say
Actually,
him.
they called.
Yeah, but they were already just calling me for the screen test and things like that.
That's beautiful.
So you know when it's like that, or at least it's positive.
Yeah.
So it was a very beautiful process. Still out. Not my type. Is still out on Showmax.
Showmax, very beautiful production.
And I'm sorry to ask this, but Lord, I'm curious about, my mind loses questions, but it's essentially about Aus Lorraine.
Yeah.
Do you think if she specifically was different in how she welcomed you, it would be different, the entire process, or would, like, whether or not she is kind or not, we are going?
I think she received me well, and that contributed to how the work played out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can tell.
Even outside when we were not shooting, we'd have conversations, and she'd say,
the
you know
best.
what, you are very good to work with.
Yeah.
She's
Which
the
is I appreciated that, because
Yeah.
she's got to Libo Lulama Nyembezi, Limoneo Rapetswa, Neo I get
Bangatanyana bone.
Yeah.
Bo Neo Babangatanya.
Ke mo ratile mo go dithapo. She's been in the industry for so many years.
Yeah,
But
it's
questioning
amazing.
on Motsa, I actually saw how she also supported Moagi even on social media, man. Like during the time premiere, could actually tell these people are gelling well,
Because it's not often that happens, where you find an actress who's been in the game and you only just coming into the game and already they are welcoming you like their peer. It doesn't always happen. People play ego. But to hear that, you can work with this person anytime.
Serious.
Call me at 2
Serious.
o'clock in the morning. We'll
Serious.
go shoot the scene.
Sure.
It makes for me, it makes
We'll go shoot the scene.
yeah. Hey,
Matika,
Jamme.
let's talk about steering for a minute, and then
I'll
we
try
talk
and keep
about
it in a minute.
yeah, a minute. I enjoyed it. Saw you le Capo. I saw you le Pramulifi. I love that type of it,
And-
especially with poetry. Somebody owes us a poetry album. Mari, when is the poetry album coming?
I'm still on that tip.
It will
Still
come.
on
Level,
that tip.
ke tlo meet after 5 years.
It
What-
will
ke tlo
come.
meet-
Hey, man,
Tlo
on
meet.
record.
Ke tlo meet after
Written
5. What's
witness.
up? He has like some beautiful poetry
He
available
does.
on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah, how
beautiful poetry.
was the experience go steering?
The steering experience was very fun.
It
Me,
was beautiful,
I
by
tried
the
to
way.
keep things as fun as possible. If they're not fun for me, I don't want to do it. The people that I worked with there, that Mulifi,
Yeah.
Bokapo,
Mulifi,
like, it's a great spirit of people, group of people who have the same mindset. At the end of the day, we are all here to laugh. And me, I crack jokes, my guy. I don't like to be too serious for too long. It's too much stress.
Yeah.
But the process was beautiful. It was shot in 10 days, which is a lot to shoot in Soshanguve during when the sun is here. Soshanguve sun is different. After one day of shooting, the next day I was darker than the day yesterday. But it was a fun process. I loved it. I hope and pray that in South Africa this becomes one of those things that don't stop. You know how globally there's a lot of sequels, there's a lot of trilogies, there's a lot of all of these things.
Yeah.
I think that's the culture that we also need to step into, and when we get such projects,
Okay,
Yeah.
I
that's
get you.
you understand, because
I get
it
what
also
you're saying.
creates longevity. The work is always there. You have a more global audience that you keep pulling in, and it's a great space. But I enjoyed my time there.
Yeah. I mean, it was beautiful. It was fun. It was,
A very weird thing, but
yeah.
we only have 3 minutes.
I think it's until FL. And also you had a privilege of getting to a reunion with why ke lebala leina la ausi o? She plays Aus Gloria on Scandal. I
Of
love her
course,
so much.
Marjorie.
Yeah.
Hi, Marge.
She spoke very well after your
Love that
departure
woman.
from Scandal, because I was like watching the videos.
Yeah.
You know, that time of Fetsa Khotloga go Scandal. You know,
And I didn't work with her for like every scene or most of the time.
I think she did say that.
But we were next door neighbors.
Yeah, but she's one of the people that she's one.
She's a very beautiful person.
She's one of the people who spoke highly of you. You
Love
know?
her so much, man.
Mathiga,
Jamme.
you've been dying, bro. Like you and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, there's like familiarity, a similarity.
I don't know. They keep
You know,
resurrecting me
you
and
come
killing
back
me.
to life from time
know,
to time.
I
Wh-
need to.
Go iragalang, like when you see dilo tse dintseng yalo.
You feel disappointed, but to a certain extent, because you also realize that you're in South Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa, we joke about every day, my guy. Like, everything is a joke for us. But there, I feel, is where South Africa misunderstood. I'm still shocked that I'm saying South Africa, but it's where it was misunderstood, because I was actually trying to help my partner's niece, because she had an opportunity to go to another place.
Yeah.
In England, she had an opportunity to do something better with her life in a different place. And I was like, okay, let me send also a video, because some of them requested a video. I recorded the video. But Mathews, I live like this every day. I don't comb my hair. There's no reason. My wife, she knows, she understands this. She's used to this. But they took it out of context in the fact that when I took the video, it seemed and looked like I was sick. But remember, but slender. But right, see this TV thing where TV puts on these pounds and they're like,
yeah,
I'm fano fresh. No, I get fresh, get slender. Wire. And when they took it out of context, that's when, okay, HIV, umfana, TB, brain cancer, with each of them ending in death. And I think there's gonna be more coming. I don't know, but for me, I was hurt in the beginning. It drove me to a point where I was like, why are people consistently killing? Why? Okay, I understand the first mistake. Why is it happening, reoccurring over and over again? Until I got to that point where I have to understand, or you know what, you are in a different position than you were 10 years ago. So now more people have access to your life in a way that you don't want them to. Because once you become a TV personality, it's almost as if you are granting your life to your audiences, like saying, control my life, you know? But I understood that ultimately some of them are saying that just out of love.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to express it, but it's out of love. And for that, I was grateful. But death, 3 times,
Yeah.
Come
don't
on,
understand this
come on,
thing.
South Africa.
At first, it was the griefing of your character. Obviously, it took like
Yes.
people long to accept. Then there were rumors that you were actually sick on the story.
Avbob. See, when they saw that Avbob thing,
Yeah.
I knew that people are going to take this too serious.
What was happening with Abob?
Avbob had sponsored that funeral.
the funeral.
Oh,
the
the
big-
what was that?
yeah,
Yeah.
big funeral.
and we are at an actual graveside. You understand? So when they saw Avbob, I was like, they won't
Vaile.
believe that my wife is dead, guys. This is not going to be the same thing.
Oh, Vaile.
Bona. And I don't know if they did the same for my funeral, for Ntlamelo's funeral, but I didn't. As soon as I stopped shooting, I stopped watching. But what happened then after meeting people, seeing that people were actually sad. There were actually people who was like genuinely sad. I'm
Yeah,
like,
damn.
like, okay, there's nothing I can do, Mama. Here's a hug. Askisi, thank you for the love, for the support. There's nothing I can do.
So are you saying on camera that you are alive? That
I am
you
here.
are well?
Look at the time. Look at the time. Look at the date. I am here. I'm alive. I am very well. And I also just want to say before I leave,
Yeah.
remember the first interview that we did,
Yeah.
Coco Market?
Yeah.
That's the interview that gave me the relationship.
Sarona.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
So hey, Wari.
Hey.
So maybe after
Can you connect that Jack?
Jack,
No, Lena.
I recommend this one. This one is, it's been 4 years now, my brother. I recommend it. Me, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's the one.
What happened?
No, immediately after she saw the interview, then she started texting me.
Mhm.
A bolela taba tsa ho lootha ke ra, wa bo?
Yeah.
Banyana ba but it gave me one of the best things to have happened to me. So I think it's a very beautiful space.
Congratulations.
It's a very beautiful
But
space.
Tika, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Ke go lebogile thata. O MC le itata. Mara ka bua ka tsi.
Tsameka 5.
Eh, wa ya ntlhaloganya.
Bari, re tlo go bua gape na le wena. We need to have a sit down and have a conversation. Or boleletsa ra ina ke a bua fethu. But I hope the both of you had a great time. But it's leads gore ka le frostana blind.
Frostana ke
Yeah,
le
no,
pintsha.
die. Le nna mata le tletse ka jeke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ke
Kopa
tlo-
offer until December. Kopa album ya poetry.
Album in such a short space of Pella
EP.
August.
EP.
Okay, no, re tla
Re single
bona.
How many heartbreaking? Okay.
Nya e o intended.
Na, na.
Inyaka a different converse.
Na,
Ke kopa kwa le poetry ya heartbreak.
Manare, ke mare heartbreak.
Oh, ga mo heartbreak, Jack. Ga mo heartbreak.
Ba se ke ba go tlama.
Manam ketsa.
Ga mo heartbreak. Ska wa ke tla bod.
Tlama.
Yeah. Bagaetso, nte ke go leboga fa le go rontsona le rona. Promised you that I was going to take you on a tour inside the minds of these brilliant actors. And thank you so much for showing us some love. My name is Gabelo Sekef Kang, and this was Mathews Rantsoma, Moagi, as we build. Signing out.
Signing out.
Sorry.